Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but lesbians in cowboy hats is so delightful. And since we no place to go, let it snow. Lesbians in cowboy hats, let it snow. Lesbians in cowboy hats, let it snow. Yay! It's Christmas and we're all gay! Just kidding. I know not everybody who watches this channel is queer. Hello, my wife's straight relatives and Sophia. It's time to talk about the amazing Brokeback Mountainified lesbian holiday flick I recently stumbled upon, Christmas at the Ranch. Okay, right away, telefilms.com. The fact that I had to pay $7 to watch it on a website that looks like it doesn't look like super modernified. I don't know what's going on there. It made me a little nervous about the quality of the movie. To be honest, the only thing that got me to watch was the fact that one of the leads was a familiar face. Amanda Righetti was an early crush of mine when I re-nested with my parents after college before coming out to them. She was on The Mentalist. She played a hot detective. Laura Allen plays the other lead, and her performance can be spotty at times, but her and Amanda are good on screen together. So the setup is that Kate, played by Amanda Righetti, has been working on Haley's family's ranch for 3 years. And when things go south, the matriarch of Haley's family decides it is time for Haley to come home and help save the family ranch. It's a Hallmark Lifetime style holiday flick with zero cursing and probably the worst soundtrack and movie I've heard in a while. I guess all those last things I said were redundant. The movie starts out with Kate letting us know she's thirsty and single. Surprise! Kate is unable to find a nice lady-loving lady nearby on her dating app. I'm guessing ranch life is maybe not conducive to queer dating life. And for the first time ever while watching this movie, I began to realize how hard it must be for rural queers to date. Like, seriously? What do y'all do? Try to find a truck driver lesbian who stops at your farm every 2 months? How do you go? Seriously, how are you supposed to date when you're a queer person living out in places where there's an orange Cheeto billboard every 5 yards? Like, what are your options? Meanwhile, Haley's on a blind date with a character who's probably the most interesting person in the whole movie.
So, masonry. That is a really unique name.
Thank you. Yeah, I gave it to myself in a naming ceremony in Chile.
Masonry. I mean, so far this is the shining star of this production. And the more she makes me laugh, the sadder I get, because I know she's not the real love interest and her 5 minutes on screen is about to be up.
So, what do you do?
I exist.
No, I mean, like for work, for a job.
Oh. I'm a student.
Oh, that's cool. Where?
Here.
From here on out, for whenever somebody asks me what I do, I will be saying I exist. Because, stealing that.
What do you do?
Oh, well, I'm the vice president of operations at Mega Energy Drink.
But what do you do?
I manage corporate relationships, branding, marketing.
Right. But what do you do?
I'm dying. She flipped the script on her. She flipped the script. This is hilarious. They could have made her the whole movie. Like, cut the damn budget in half. Like, forget all them horses and just make the movie Masonry. Eventually, Haley makes her way from the big city of San Francisco to wherever the hell this movie takes place. I don't know, somewhere that looks like Montana. It was really fun watching them texting each other in this split screen format. Anyone who's been single in the last 10 years knows exactly what it's like, you know, messaging back and forth with somebody on a dating app, and it was a cool shot getting to see them react to each other while they're doing this in real time. These two do have chemistry. When Kate tells Haley she's cute, little goosebumps formed on my arms. But their first date goes quite poorly, and they immediately become enemies, like 0 to 100 fast. Like, Haley wants to fire Kate. Like, she wants to make this homeless. What the hell kind of lesbian love story is that gonna make? And then I fired the hot cowgirl chick instead of banging her in the stables. Things soften between Kate and Haley when they take a lovely Christmas hayride together, and they spend the whole thing giving each other googly eyes. Kate and Haley wind up stuck together in Kate's cottage when a snowstorm happens to come through right at the exact time Haley's taking hot chocolate over. These plot lines are about as smooth as the overproduced Tampa Bay's skeet shooting scenes. Okay, instead of acting like normal people, or I don't know, even remotely close to how two queer chicks who haven't been laid in months and happen to end up snowed together in a romantic cottage would act, these two are acting like total idiots. Like Kate slamming a pillow in Haley's face? You should be slamming your in her face. What is you doing? I lost it when Kate started hate scooching closer and closer to Haley. Like, who are you fooling? What a tactic. That is some tactic. Like, oh, I told you I can't face south, you stupid. I'm just gonna have to put my face into your cleavage. What are you doing? How could you be in that position and not put your arm around her? What are you doing? Have you lost your damn mind? I do love and cherish this lesbian horse riding scene. It's like two hot cowgirls just riding off into the sunset. Mwah. This is probably the best part of the movie. These actors appear to actually be riding these horses. It's beautiful, and of course, it's so gay. This movie's so wholesome. Watching this scene, it occurred to me that we ain't getting no sex scene. Like, if there's one thing I knew in this moment, it was that we definitely were gonna get a Hallmark wrap everything up perfectly with a bow style ending, and definitely we're not going to get Cowboy Kate busting a couple fingers up Haley. But let's talk about some of the problems this movie faces. The jokes are not good. And while I feel like the script isn't perfect, there also seems to be a timing issue with some of the actors. Like, when I watch this scene, it feels like this would be funny if it was two of the characters from Sex Lives of College Girls, or even a moderately successful TikTok account. Also, lots of little things bother me, like the fact that all these millennials choose to keep the sound on when they're texting. And while we're on the subject of sound, holy at least half of this movie, probably more, the audio is overdub in post-production, meaning they had some sort of issue on set with the boom mic or the noise level of the environment they were shooting in. Like, something went wrong, because it is super noticeable that like almost none of the dialogue is recorded in the scenes. Script-wise, you spend the whole movie having to overlook this pretty big plot hole that Kate and Haley would never have seen a picture of each other in the 3 years of Kate working for Haley's family at the ranch. The movie literally shows pictures of Haley on the fireplace at the ranch. How would Kate not have seen these photos and been able to connect the dots in her head when Charlie, Haley's brother, tells Kate about Haley coming into town? Conclusion. As a whole, the movie does feel a bit amateur. That being said, this isn't like an HBO or Netflix original. Like I said, this is Lifetime Hallmark vibes. Amanda Righetti has a standout performance. She's the only one on screen who manages to look convincing in her role, as far as like looking like somebody who grew up around horses and knows their way around a ranch. In the end, Kate and Haley do have a compelling relationship that pushes things forward and makes the movie pleasant to watch. I mean, it's two queer chicks meeting and falling for each other while wearing cowboy hats on a ranch. That's this is kind of amazing that this got made. That being said, would I advise you to take the plunge and spend the $6.99 to rent it? Look, if money's not tight and you go in with super low expectations, there's a chance you could enjoy this. Like, there is a whole ass group of people that love Lifetime movies, that love these like cheesy holiday, low-budget films. And if you're one of them, then Christmas at the Ranch is for you. There's so few Christmas movies for queers that I really can't dog this film too much. I mean, I could see myself putting this on again next year, especially if it was available on like any other like widespread platform that would make it easy for me to put it on the TV as background. Like, I like holiday movies. I like watching the same ones over and over. I could totally watch this again. And it feels good to support independent queer cinema. So if you do want to play Lesbian Christmas Roulette with your streaming bill, I've linked the place you can rent or buy this movie in the description. All right, I'm Amanda. This is my Really Gay YouTube channel. Happy holidays, and I will see you next video.